day or two ago, I posted a little video that said, hey, where's my oil filter at? Because I'm looking and I can't find it. Well, somebody told me, shout out to you, Louie, and a couple other guys, and they said it's easiest to get to if you take your driver's side wheel off and take the inner fender lining out, and then you can get to it easier. So I'm in the process of doing that. I'm right at about 4,000 miles, so I'll show you what I got going on here while I'm doing it. But here we go. Yeah, I'm fixing to take this off. I got it loose. I got the thing jacked up. I got a jack stand under it, even though with the old extended travel, it was a little bit hard getting it high enough to take the wheel off. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll get on. I got the iBox coilover 2.0 put on, and they have been working flawless for the last 3,000 miles. So there you go. That's what it looks like. It's awesome. So I'm sitting here now, and I got screws that have to come off and pull those pull pin things to get in here. It seems like overkill, Ford engineers, and I realized this was probably supposed to be in a front engine vehicle, but all right, so I also crawled under here. I need to get a wrench for these. But yeah, it's got a plastic skid plate. I don't know who came up with that one, but it saved them $1, I guess. So, and like I said, I'm down here looking up and I do not see the oil filter. So let me get on to that. All right, these little ones are 7mm. So I'm gonna take them all off and then I'll come back. There's the tool I'm using to pull these pins out with. You just get underneath it and pop them out. So that's pretty easy. So like I said, 7mm for the bolts around, and then this little tool hickey here to pull those pins out. Super easy. I might be a old-fashioned guy, but I'm used to having a metal inner fender, and the fact that this is all mounted to whatever this little thing here is insane. Looks like they forgot something, but I digress. So now I can see where and why I could not get to the oil filter, because it's right there laying on its side. And now I'll just go get the drain pan and my oil filter wrench, and we'll get that puppy off there. And I went to the Ford dealer so that I would not get any counterfeit oil filters. So I'll show you that one here in a second. And then I think it takes 5.6 quarts, and I'm gonna go back with 5W30 Mobile 1 pure synthetic. So that's where I'm at with this. Let me go get the rest of the stuff I need, and we will start draining. All right, so these 3 bolts are 15mm. So I'm going to take those out so I can get to the drain plug on here, and then I'll show you that once I got these down. All right, so I took those, loosened up these 2 so I could pull the skid plate out, and then this one has to come all the way out because that doesn't go through this front skid plate. And they're 15mm, and then the drain plug itself is also 15mm. So at least they did something right, or at least I can agree with the fact that all those bolts are 15mm and the drain plug is 15mm. So you don't need to watch it drain, but I'm just telling you that's right there it is, and I'm going to drain it all out into this giant dirty pit, and then we'll take the oil filter off, and we will continue on with refilling it, and we will be finished. All right, so I got the oil drained down. I'm putting the pan, or the skid plate, the plastic skid plate back on, and then I will get the oil filter out, and then we will refill it. So that's where we're at right now. All right, here is the filter that you need for your 2025 2.3 liter EcoBoost. It's a FL2127. And I have, because I'm sort of anal retentive, I wrote the date on there, the mileage. Yeah, and I know it says 10,000 miles, but it's a brand new truck, so I'm going to change it, and I'll probably go to 5,000 mile changes after this one, but this one actually went a little longer than I like going on it. So anyways, let me get the old one off, and I'm going to use this particular tool where you put the your extension from your socket in, or ratchet in there, and then you turn it off, and then as you turn it, it tightens up. So I'll put that on there and then I'll show you. All right, it did its job. Now I'm going to take it off the rest of the way by hand. I just use that to break it loose. And as you can see, it's draining in there. So, all right, so again, because I'm a little bit damaged, I checked the inside of this, and it says 22 MMS, and here is the filter that I purchased from Ford, and it has 22 MMS. So like I was saying, I just get worried about getting counterfeit filters, and it's such an expensive thing that you should probably only use their filters just to make sure you're getting the right one. These are those pins that hold the inner liner in, and to put them back in, you just push this inner pin up, and that allows it to shrink down. Here's one like this, and then you can reinsert it and push the center pin in, and that's what holds it in place. All right, so I got her all filled up, or I mean drained, and here's where you fill it up at. And I am going to use my Four Uncles Master No Spill Oil Funnel Kit, just to try it out, and you know, we'll see how it all works. All right, so I'm using a kit. I found an adapter. It actually is for Mazdas, but I guess that makes sense since this is based, I think, on Mazda architecture from way back in the day. But anyways, it fits. So I'm just gonna hook this puppy up and we'll go get the oil. There you go. It says 5W30, so that's what I'm putting in here in a second. All right, so the owner's manual said 5.5 quarts, 5.6 quarts, so I put 5.5 in, and now I'm gonna take the funnel out, put it away, then I'll start it up and check to see if I have any leaks. Man, I just noticed that. Something got a hold of my, that's crazy. Anyways, squirrel. Literally, it was probably a squirrel. So there you go. All right, so there you go. That's what it takes to change the oil. Pretty simple. I think I needed a 7mm and a 15mm. There might have been one other, whatever the, I think it was 17, 18, whatever the lug nut was. And that's it. That is it. And a drain pan and a new filter and some oil, but pretty easy. I think I'm going to do it a little bit different since this was the first time. I might just take the back side of that inner fender liner off and then just reach up in through there. But I didn't know, and it was the first time I did it with this particular vehicle. So there you go. Hopefully this helps you out.